I wanted to ask you about Los Angeles, June 1968, Ambassador Hotel. Tell us where you were, what happened.
I was 21 years old, working for UPI. I just moved down from Portland, Oregon, where I worked on the Oregonian. And I'd covered Robert Kennedy's campaign a little bit. He's actually the first big-time politician that I photographed for the first time 2 years earlier in Portland, in fact. And primary night, I was over at the Ambassador Hotel, and I'd actually gotten to know Kennedy a little bit. I went on a trip with him to New Mexico and to Arizona. He went to Window Rock and visited some Navajo kids. So I knew some of the players, and so I got upstairs. I actually have a photograph of me and Robert Kennedy together that one of my friends took in the hallway of the Ambassador Hotel up where he was staying. He had done some interviews upstairs, and then I went downstairs, and there was another UPI photographer there, also from Oregon. We flipped a coin to see who would be up on the podium and then who would be in the back on the risers taking the photos, and I lost, so I ended up on the risers. But I had a picture, if you saw the film, he had just won the primary. It was a huge victory for him. And he gave the V for victory sign, but he flashed it so fast. I didn't even realize until years later how quick it was. But I have a picture of him going like this, and it was literally like this. It was that quick. And then they went off the stage and back through the kitchen, and that's where he was shot by Sirhan. And I had already started down to an overflow ballroom where Kennedy was going to go to speak to some other people. Of course, he never made that. And I heard that there had been a shooting, and I went outside, and an ambulance came up, and I got a picture of Ethel in the back of the ambulance. But I never really saw Robert Kennedy. And then went over to the hospital and was on a stakeout over there. And of course, he died at the hospital. But in my whole career, I think that was one of the worst nights I've ever had, because I really admired him very much, had become friendly with him a little bit, and he was a great subject, very charismatic, and that's why all those pictures of the Kennedys are good. You know, they exuded this personality, and I think they had a particular affection for photographers and photographers for them.